Hi everybody, I have a card to share with you. I posted this on Facebook and everybody really liked it, so I thought I would show you how I did the background on this card. So it looks like an embossing folder, but it's not, and it can be found on page 79 of the mini catalog, and I love this suite. It is so sweet. So it has all of these really nice samples that you could use to create, as a starting point, and then you could add your own spin to them. But they're really nice. I'm going to have to make some of them, especially this mailbox I think is so cute. So let's get started. Let me show you how I did this. First, you cut a lot of little bricks, and it's this die that's in the Snailed It bundle. So this is the stamp set, and these are the dies. So it's this die right here, and I'm going to put it back in here just because I don't want to lose it. But you just cut a bunch of them. I think it was like 48 or 50. Just cut extra. And you can cut them if you use, the thin Whisper white paper or the shimmery white cardstock, which is what I used. And so you can just cut them 2 at a time. So that's what I did here, and it doesn't take as long that way. And then you just use a card base, and I just used a Whisper white thick card base. And what I did is I just started with some, get away from me. Nope, right here it is. I put it here so I wouldn't lose it. So this is our adhesive sheet. And the adhesive sheets, I know I showed them to you, they come in a package of 12, and they're 12 by 6. But all you do is you just peel the protective adhesive layer off of the back of it. Sometimes it's easier said than done when you're doing it online, but you just peel that off, throw that piece away, and I already have most of this done. I just didn't think you wanted to watch me put 50 blocks on here, but you'll get the idea this way. So just press it down and then peel it back up, and then you're left with the adhesive. And if it doesn't stick all the way, just press it back down and peel it until it comes off cleaner. Sometimes it takes a little bit, and you might want to take your bone folder and just give it a good press, and that way you'll get all of the adhesive. And see, when it peels off like that, that way you know it's done. It's like cake or something, you know when it's done. So you just start layering, and all I did is you just stagger it so you get that brick pattern. So you just layer them, and there is like a little bevel to the front of it. This is the back, you can tell, and then it has a little bevel on the front. And you just press these in place. It's hard to see white on white sometimes when you have a bunch of light on it, but you just keep layering them, and then when you're finished, you can just trim it up. So if you can see this one, it's got a nice bevel on it, and I don't know why some of them cut different than others. I guess probably because I stacked the paper, and the one underneath doesn't get the nice bevel like the one on top. But just keep layering them. So you get to your last one. See, there's 2 stuck together right there, and the top one has the nice bevel. So if you want it to have that bevel, just go ahead and cut it 1 at a time. And if you get down to the end and it doesn't come to the end, you can either put another layer or you can just trim it. Sorry, my phone's ringing in the background. It's so loud. I even have the door shut. But just keep layering these till you come to the end. And then all you want to do, you can bring in your paper trimmer, or you can just trim them off and then come in afterwards and trim it up even more. So just for the sake of the video, I'm just going to trim these with my scissors, and then I'll come back in and trim them some more with my paper cutter and make it nice and neat. But we're going to get these out of the way. And all I did is I used the In Good Taste paper, and then just a little piece of the metallics on the edge of it. And then you just line it up to the end. Just put that right there. You can just lay it right down on top of your bricks. You just want to make sure that it's straight. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? And if you feel like you can feel the adhesive through the bricks, I can't really feel it, but you can just take your old embossing buddy and go over it, and it'll take the tackiness out of it. And then you just start layering your pieces. So I'm going to lay this down with glue because I do want to trim it along the bottom. And then just lay cut these pieces in. I colored some of them with my blends, and then these ones I just cut out of cardstock Calypso Coral. And you just can put them behind the snail like this. And I found some pieces that I had left over from a card class that I did before. You know, use some of your old pieces. I have a tub full of pieces cut from card classes. You know, use just what you like. And these are from the Forever Gold. And I think they'll be pretty behind there. Bring some gold in, right? I think it's cute. Then you can put this over under the other side. I like that gold in there. And just layer it however you like it. You know, dry fit it first, and then you can see if you like it. So in the original one, I did a yellow one over here, but you know, why not another little pop of orange? And then I did the red one over here. You can add that one, you know, however you like it. But I just wanted to show you, if you've never colored with the blends, they are how I colored this snail with my blends. And if you never used blends, they are amazing. So I do believe I posted a picture of this, the light cinnamon cider, the dark cinnamon cider, the light soft suede, and the light old olive. I might have used some crumb cake, but I can't remember. We'll just go with it and see what it looks like. But you just start with his shell. I'm going to put this out of the way so you can see it. And I like to use the blunt end instead of the blending end. And I just start coloring in the little stripes on his shell. So just color those in. And the great thing about the blends is the blending part of it. So I start with the darkest color. Usually when you color or do anything, you start with the lightest color and then add color. But these are really cool. So you add your color, and then you come in with your lighter color, and then I use the blending end, and you just start coloring. And what it does is it softens those hard edges where you lined it with the darker color, and you just blend. And it takes away those hard edges. See how they go away and you don't see them anymore? I just think it's awesome. So you can come back in if you want to, and you can add some more shading. That's the great thing about these blends. You can just keep, you know, kind of layering your color until you get it, you know, the way you want it. So just put some shading in. I'm not the greatest at coloring, but honestly, these things really help you if you struggle with coloring, because it just makes it look amazing. So then what I did for his body is I started with some of the soft suede, and again I just want to outline his body. And I think I need to get a new marker because this one's getting kind of light, and I like it when they have more ink in them. So what you want to do is you just want to line his body and then kind of do it in a curve, because you're going to layer some other color in there. So I want to get some of the light cinnamon cider, and I'm going to blend some of the color. And you think, oh, that looks terrible. What are you doing? It will look better once you start blending it together. So then I want to come back in with some more of the soft suede and get him a little darker there. And then you want to come in with your Old Olive, and you just want to start blending. And it's amazing. Once you start blending, it pulls all the colors together. And you know how a rainbow trout looks? That's what I kind of think of when I'm coloring him, the way that the rainbow trout looks. The colors, they're just so beautiful in nature. So then, you know, if you lighten it up too much, just come back in and just add some more color back in until you get the look that you're going for. So I do like to come back in and line his body again because it lost some of the definition. And I like that soft suede look. I like that color with the Old Olive. It just blends really nicely together. And sometimes if you go out of the edges a little bit, you can use your color lifter and lift some color. I gotta hit this one more time right here with my Old Olive. And like I said, you can come back in and play with it, but I like that. So this is a color lifter, and it will lift some of your color off if you go out of the lines. You know, not a huge amount, but it looks like it's not doing anything, and then when it dries, it'll lighten up. So let's go back in with this end. And then when it dries, it'll look better. But this is your color lifter, and you can do this with your blending. Like if I wanted to go back in here and take some of the color out, which I don't, but if you wanted to, you could. And then just clean up your edges. And I am going to cut this out, so I don't have to be so fussy about it, but look, it did take a lot of the color out of it, and you could keep playing with it until you got some more off of it. But I highly recommend the blends. They're just so much fun to play with, and they really do look amazing. I love how this one turned out. Look how the colors just blend together, and this shell just looks awesome. And I colored the mushroom in. Sorry, I lost the word for a minute, but I colored the mushrooms with the different colors of blends, and I did this one in yellow. So let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, subscribe for my YouTube channel, and if there's something you want to see, just leave me a comment. And I do like to do videos, so I'll do one for you. Take care.